one's going back to some stuff I was doing with the Green Party in England and Europe. It was inspired by living in a small village and going up to a hill where there was a castle from the Norman times, and this kind of weird label, British and English. These guys were invaders, they're Normans, and they built castles and conquered Angles and Saxons, and those people became English and then kind of got a bit greedy and became British. And America is doing exactly the same as that empire, the one before it, blah, blah, blah. So this is about that feeling, but the poem actually came from a keep wall that is left. It's the only thing left of this castle aside from the hill, and it's a man-made hill in the village. And you can stand, and it's very windy regardless of the weather because it's so high up, and see the whole county, and basically the ravages that have been created in that county in the sort of 10, 16 years that I lived there as a child, left and came back. So this poem is called Soul Scavengers. Where other men do leave their mark, their name, a sign of time long since past. With silent measure I do tread again, I stand on a hill so swell. Though time has changed, the wind now high, here I stand, and a wave of sorrow leaps the air, as if to speak of deaths and souls long gone. I stand to gaze across the lands where the river runs, ribbon saddened now by your mire. Again I do stand and I do not tire, a warrior once on these sad lands, where the trees you fell, the lands you gorged, this world of soul scavengers, and you weep not. You weep not for eternal cause, nor from accursed work does your smirting pause. Oh, bitter I strain to keep my anger tressed, as from my land you do take the best, machines of war and greed the law, no splendorous care of coveted lands, where feet did march to die or stand, just hidden hands of death's despair. The sun of gold as transparent light does pierce my angry soul, and rise above your wasted soil. My hand upon a faithful sword does wait to reap the vengeance clear. Her potent magic you will not hear, above destruction and a desolate aim. And the nights of space shall return, time sweets vengeance you will have to learn. Coming back to, I try to run these things to sort of give you a synopsis of what has made me write poetry in the manner I write it. I come from Highland Celts. We were the first Highlanders to go to the aid of Robert the Bruce, and he was the guy that sat in the cave with the spider, and he would take like 200 men and fight 4,000 English Norman equipped infantry, and he won. He got his crown, but you can only go so long. So this is dedicated to the original Spider-Man, Robert the Bruce, and my mother, who's the last of her line. And it's called Celts, all the dispossessed people through the centuries. Because the story is the same all over the globe. The Indians, it's happening now. You can actually do something in America about that. And where the people are, the people shall stay. There shall be music where the people are. Oh, how and how they shall dance, dance, dance. Where the people are, there shall be, no matter what you do to us, there shall be music. The people say, the foot shall step and the fiddle shall play, feet will tap to the music of the spirit as it plays every day, every day, every day. And the birds shall fly, the birds shall sing and the birds shall fly. Shoot the crow, let's go, step, step, step to the beat. Sing, sing, sing to the sound. Beat hearts, oh beat, weak hearts, beat to the sound. The music shall play, whatever. Whatever they sell, whatever they say, the music shall play. Long ago, they strung their bows, they whet the stone, to sharpen their swords that shone so bright. Even now, across the world, they have sailed and sung their songs. Long ago, their lands were burnt, long ago, they made their stand, and their bloods kissed the land. Long ago, they made their stand, long ago, they stepped to the beat. And they of the spirit shall never be lost. They of the spirit, they shall light the beacons for future folk. On and on and on. They shall greet this spirit tune, these spirit calls. As did the piper who faced the cannons, as did our lads who ran so brave in due belief, as did the drums, and as the drums do play. Every day, every day, every day, remember these people who work with their hands, where once they worked their lands. On they play, these drums of older battle days, not long gone, or even finished, and the people shall say, wherever they are, we shall have music, a spirit that swells, a spirit that twirls, a spirit that need not ever say, on it plays, and on it plays. In England, and America has a lot more humour in its political rhetoric. In England, the phrase flowery rhetoric, which is one party against another, and they just kind of insult each other. But I have to admit, I actually enjoy watching the American coverage of British politics. In England, we're not allowed to see what you see in America about our politicians. So it's quite an eye-opener. And they often use this word we and the people. And we all know what that's about. This poem is about that feeling, but never separate the subjective from the objective. People in England are no different to us and our friends and the people we mix with. And once we stop making that division of us and them, we can have some power. Not until we stop making that division. This poem is called Judas the Baker. The baker is 1700 springs from Devon. I presume it comes from the ovens. We, that is the relationship between you and I. Yes, we. We is a mask, a formula of a world gone by. Bye, 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 bye. It's a world long gone and past. You and I, you can call me to the vestibule. No, you cannot, even with the promise of autumn. You cannot even hook me. You cannot even hook me on the line of interest. You can spin me. No. You cannot spin me like a coin in the palm of your hand. You cannot spin me. I have flipped. I have flipped the coin of your rhetoric, and I am not called to the two faces of a coin, one with a name, the other with a price. No, you cannot flip me like silver. Judas's heart could not invest his gullet, nor his guile as his guts spilt on the floor. A guilty conscience. Below the tree of knowledge, Judas Iscariot, where does your chariot take you? Okay, this poem I want to dedicate to Jenny Harrison, because we're two strangers in this alien country. Aside from that, when I was typing it, Jenny kept coming to mind, and I was extremely worried that I used a word similar. And I was inspired when I saw her read, so I think this is my poem. As I pack for the muse, I carefully fold the fabric without wear or tear. Sacred this duty of caring for the weave and the weft. Each garment that she wears so neatly placed in the suitcase of my heart. And those heady, heady thoughts lightly placed inside the parchment walls of the decorative hat boxes of my travelling mind. Tissue lay between each fleeting thought that rustles through the air, so that the creases of bigotry or assumption do not mark her wardrobe out to others who do not travel in their minds. Layer after layer of mood, eased and smooth to slip into the waiting space, to be clothed in realization of these wondrous threads our dear muse does use to clothe elusive embodiment. Strands of gold and silver, crimson, pastels of light and of blue, all manner of hues imbue the compartments of the mind, until the pen does once again unlock the luggage of our minds.